out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring best out of three falls. Donny and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of sports ball. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donny Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donny only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the US of A.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
What is going on? What's going on, bitches?
Another fun day in paradise. I don't see nobody talking, but I see 5 people watching. So,
oh man, we hit big time.
If you're watching, we're worried about your sanity. So,
speaking of sanity, before
we get Fades.
There's Bigfoot Fadez.
Fadez. Yeah, I'm definitely working on it. Anyway, what?
I'm not hungover. I don't get hungover very easily.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So, speaking of insanity, before we get into the insanity that is the WWE, Randy.
Yeah. Yes.
It was a very specific game that occurred yesterday. That was between Ohio versus Michigan.
Michigan.
And
Ohio State.
Trying to get Rob in here.
So Rob ain't even answered a daggum. He ain't answered even a text or anything yet. So.
Yeah, I think he's still salty.
Well, he's never been. He's for Michigan, but he's never been really the college side of it more than anything else. He's been Luckily, the Lions played on Thursday, so he has no excuse not to be here. Hey, I've got his number 2, Faith. I got his number 2. Trust me, he's probably hiding right now because you see what I've got right here. This is where that ain't where my weekend started. My weekend started with the Cowboys, but.
Hey, Randy, why do you have a uterus on your head?
A uterus. Okay.
Yeah, like a uterus.
Let me explain something to you. Come here, Ricky. Let me talk to you. Listen, Linda. Okay? This is no uterus. This is not anything other than the horns. And what's really bad, they beat A&M on Friday night, and I honestly didn't think they had a prayer because I thought A&M was a more complete team. Mm-hmm. But in the second half, they finally said, you know what, screw this throwing the ball around stuff. And they started just running. I don't think Bigfoot Fades, not Fades, sorry. I don't think we should call Rob because he tends to get upset when you crank him a little bit too much and he gets mad. You think I'm
salty.
You think I'm a grumpy old man? When it comes to him and his football, because he's probably still watching Monday night or Sunday night football anyway, just because of the fantasy football league. But
who's playing right now?
Damned if I know because it ain't my Cowboys. I ain't watching it. So let's see. ESPN. We'll tell you real quick who's playing right now. We got
who's Cheryl D. Gilbert 98, by the way.
That would be my sister. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I didn't bitch at anything. I mean, honestly, I didn't bitch at nothing that I can remember.
What did you bitch at?
I'm guessing yeah,
Washington
Washington,
and
Denver
Denver.
right now. But I did bitch a little bit at the Cowboy game to start with, but I didn't hold up much hope for it to start with, which pleasantly surprised. Dallas beat the Chiefs. I'm glad Mickey isn't in here to yell at me about it, but yeah, we beat the Chiefs. Kind of surprised me. I couldn't believe it. Just it just completely beat. But the Friday night one with Texas and Texas A&M, I expected A&M to win. I didn't expect to win big, but I expected them to win. Texas was normal dumbass Texas in the first half, throwing it around, getting beat up on the everything. And finally, they said, "Okay, screw this daggum uh, throwing around crap." They started running the ball with Arch Manning, with their two running backs. It's throwing these short dinks and dunks and stuff like that. All of a sudden, next thing you know, they're up 10. Then they're up 14 or 13 or whatever it is. I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? Wait a second. He only attempted like 10 passes the entire second half. That was it. They ran everything and they absolutely destroyed them just running the ball. And I
So
was a
that was
happy
the
man.
game. So that was the game you guys in the feed were talking about a couple days ago. It
Oh
was the
yeah.
Cowboys versus the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yep. During
And the
Thanksgiving
Chiefs,
itself.
they're like, that's a big deal, right? Because weren't they the ones that won the Super? Were they the ones that won
They
the
were in
Super?
the Super Bowl last year. They won the Super Bowl year before, I think. And they've won two or three of the last four.
Is that
And
the team with the guy that's like hooking up with Taylor Swift?
yeah, that's it. Kate, Jason,
They're
Travis
blessed
Kelsey is
by
they're tied in.
they're blessed by the Swift one.
Yeah, they're blessed by the Swift one. But guess what? They weren't blessed enough by the Swift one. Became very slow because they got whomped.
What was
I
the
couldn't
final?
believe. I think it was 31-27 at the end or whatever because
So
they
it was
gave
a
up
fairly close game.
no, they gave up a touchdown at the end, 31-20, 27. Hang on, god dang it! Now you gonna make me look up the stuff again because I cannot
The
remember the.
Chiefs of Kansas City, right?
Yeah, Chiefs are Kansas City,
Yeah.
Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas.
I was about to say, fuck you, Kansas. But that's Missouri.
I'm okay with that. Fuck you, can't. Let's see.
Yeah, Kansas, you're not even worthy of your own football team. They gotta take your name,
Uh,
but they're not even there.
trying to think. Is there? No, there ain't no
Travis
football team in
Kelce is
Kansas,
also in
really.
that new Happy Gilmore movie. I haven't seen the Happy Gilmore movie.
Hey, you know
You've
what?
seen it.
If you watch the Happy Gilmore movie, the best thing you could take out of that by a long shot is freaking uh John Daly. If you don't follow golf, trust me, when you see John Daly, you be sitting there going, "What? Who is this?" Yeah, 31-28 was the
What
final
was
score.
John Daly in a ridiculous
Oh,
he was in there as himself? Because
yeah,
I
he was
wanna
in
show
there
my
as
dad 'cause
himself.
my dad's really into golf.
But John Daly is a known smoker, drunk. You know, he used to get drunk out on the golf course playing while he's playing on the PGA Tour. You know,
Yeah.
literally, he's down in Miller Lights while they're playing golf, and they started getting mad at him about it. He couldn't do it anymore. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that. Blah 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 blah. So I was like, they're he moves into Happy's basement or into his garage. He's living in Happy Gilmore's garage. Okay. Now
John
here's another
Daly?
thing. Yeah, John Daly is, and here's another one. One of the four sons of Happy Gilmore is MJF. Okay, MJF is
MJF,
one of the sons.
nice. Okay,
Yeah,
I gotta watch it just for that.
one of the opposing golfers is Becky Lynch. So that ought to tell you something right there.
Um, does MJF get a lot of screen time?
Not a lot, but the parts he gets is pretty cool. He gets to be
Okay,
intense
cool.
type thing. But anyway, John Daly is living in the garage, and he ends up supposedly recovering alcoholic type thing. He starts drinking hand sanitizer. And you see it as he's rooting him on the thing. He's got the hand sanitizer and watching. He's got the big full beard and everything. I'm like, the dude is absolutely amazing. He is freaking cool, and it's probably by far the best part of the show. Hey, what's going on, CCR? We got FaZe, we got Manco, we got Roger out there. And my sister's bugging me. Yay! I think y'all are here because my sister's bugging me. That's why. Little Mikey, what's up? How we doing? Anyway, so yeah, the Longhorns. You see, right? Beautiful, beautiful, right? Are they gonna
Yeah.
make it in the
Your
playoffs?
your,
Nah.
uterus hat.
You're asking for it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go up there and absolutely blow up the
I'm
whole
poking
area
it.
up there.
I'm poking the bear.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's okay. Oh Lord, never trust a sister that says I love you. Okay, there's trouble.
Hmm. I've only got one brother, so I wouldn't know.
If he comes up and says I love you, would you be scared?
Yeah, I would be actually.
Exactly. There's
Yeah,
something wrong, right?
yeah.
Anyway, the so that was my fun. I mean, but yeah, you're right. Rob's poor old Michigan. Now, I will say one thing about the Michigan Wolverines. At the end of the games, when they Ohio State and Michigan they play, usually they go to the center of whatever field they're on. And they plant their flag or whatever the case might be. When this got done, I never did care for that tradition to start with, if you want to call it a tradition. But the Michigan players surrounded the M in the middle of the field and dared Ohio State to come out there and try and plant that flag. I was like, yeah, discretion is probably the better part of valor. You got somebody defending their home turf and stuff like that. You don't want to go in and disrespect them. I mean, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but they got their asses whooped.
It would have turned into a melee. So I was it Dave. Dave's the name of the coach up there at Ohio State. I can't remember his first name, but he probably did a good job of it, just you know making sure those guys didn't push the envelope too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It it's one thing to talk smack and stuff, but it is what it is. If y'all are talking about my nice, pretty Longhorns hat, which somebody who doesn't even know what a football looks like half the time says it looks like a uterus. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was a fun
Yeah.
weekend. I mean, honestly, from Thanksgiving on, I mean, the football was really good. There's not any bad games really.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm interested to see what the college football playoff team or committee comes up with.
Bigfoot
Hey,
Fadez says,
yes,
"Does it
it
come in
does,
pink?"
Fadez. It does come in a pink. There is a pink one out there. Trust me, I have seen it. I probably
Hmm.
got probably one around here actually, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Nemovir's like pareidolia. It's a heck of a drug.
hey, you're right. He sees what he wants to see. I
Yeah.
see what it actually is. You don't see any red circles there, do you? No. Therefore, it's not paranormal.
Hey, the human female reproductive system is a beautiful thing. It's one of God's miracles, and it should be respected and cherished.
All I can do is say, look at you and say, and how many times you been married again?
Me zero,
Okay, so
unfortunately.
yeah, no, don't talk to me about that beautiful bullshit. Get married, then talk to me about it. Okay, be married for 15, 20 years, then talk to me about it. Okay.
Yikes. Cheryl Gilbert says BYU won, Tech won.
Yeah, I knew Tech won, I knew BYU won, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's gonna, like I said, we just stopped A&M from being in the SEC title game. They're still going to be in the college football playoff. I don't know whether
Mhm.
Texas is going to make it or not because, quite
Mm.
frankly, Texas' schedule was stronger than anybody's out there. Quite frankly, we played Ohio State first, and we played nothing but we had 5 games against teams ranked in the top 10, and we won 3 of them. So
Yeah. Well, there you go.
yeah, but it ain't gonna make no difference. There's nobody gonna put in a 3-loss team.
What kind of tech does Tech teach, Randy? You can answer that question.
Yeah, no, because I don't know what Tech teaches to start with. At Texas Tech in Lubbock, they teach something, but
I'm
hey, I
guessing
can
they
tell.
teach engineering.
Well, maybe I don't
Interesting.
know. I've never, honestly, I think it's more of an agricultural school. It's like because I think it's not part of the A&M system, but it I think it's more agricultural because that's what the people I know got out there. Most of them are ag guys,
Mm.
and probably some along some sort of engineering. I imagine maybe mechanical. Definitely not chemical. I know that. Anywho, so now after we've gone through all the football that we like to
All
talk
the
about,
footballing,
I mean,
yes.
the Jets won. Oh my God, the Jets won today. What does that tell you? Ugh, somebody else sucks even worse. Come to think of it, let me check real quick. I'm gonna see how good my fantasy team is doing while I've got everything up here.
Yeah, let us know.
Let's see. My
Hey
first
there, Jason
league.
Finch.
My first league. I am ahead by 44 points, 129 to 85. And
Do
it
you win
looks like
money at the end of that? Like, is that how that
nah, these
works?
are all friendly leagues. I haven't done
No.
a money league in years.
But there are
Uh,
but most people who do fantasy football do money leagues.
a lot of them end up doing it. Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah. All
money are
my
we
people
talking about
play.
here in these kinds of
Some
leagues?
people win thousands of dollars. I mean, but you're talking about they put
1,000.
100. There may be 16, 20 people in the actual league, and they end up putting $100 a pop each. You know, some people win upwards
Oh,
of thousands.
I
Hey,
see.
Jason, good to see you.
Well, that's pretty cool. How come you stopped doing that? It does seem like it's too much to like buy in then.
Well, it's not. It's just that when you put money on it. I mean, I'm a person. When you put money on something, I go in whole hog. It's going to be. It stops being fun. It becomes a business. Then once I put money on
Mm,
it, I am going
mm.
in and I'm changing my players every week. That's why I could never do DraftKings or stuff like that because I'd go in and you're supposed to go in and draft every week on some of their leagues, and I just didn't want to take the time out of to do it. Quite frankly,
Hey, I've got a question here.
what you got?
Let's see. On Diary of a CEO, Rhonda kind of called out WWE, but she said Vince was still calling the shots to Hunter after he left. Do you guys think that to some degree that he is still calling certain shots?
No,
No.
no, not at all now because honestly, Vince has sold the vast majority of his stock, even though he's still, I think, the one of the majority stockholders. He sold a lot of it, and the way I understood it, he was trying to stand up a new wrestling company.
Yeah, he's
That's
too
what I
old for that,
understood.
man.
Now, on as far as the CEO, Ron, I don't guess Diary of a CEO. I don't guess I've heard about it. Well, I might have to go check that out because, honestly, I think when Vince left the first time, when the story first broke and the scandal hit with the not the heavy duty one that's on right now, but the one where he had to do all those payouts and he kind of left the company. I do think he was kind of funneling stuff in then. But after the merger, he came back for the merger to get the company sold for the most part. And I don't think he's calling anybody for anything now because, quite frankly, TKO is doing the exact opposite of what Vince did. Vince made sure ticket prices were where people with families, working families, could come to the shows because he knew where his bread was buttered. They've jacked these prices up so much, you got to take out a personal loan just to go to a show now. So
Yeah.
I don't blame people for not doing it. Yeah, I'll go definitely check it out, little Mike. Yeah, that's what's one of
But
those
yeah,
things.
Ronda's definitely got an axe to grind with the WWE.
Oh, does
So,
she?
I
Yeah, is
mean,
that
she's been talking shit about them for a while now.
wait, is that talk about Ronda Rousey? Is
Yeah.
that who they're talking about was on it? But
Yeah.
that's sour grapes there. That's that complete sour grapes. Because quite frankly, she's great. She's a great judo. She's a great MMA. But obviously, everybody has their time. When her time was done, she went to the WWE. You can only book a monster so much, and you're already booking Brock Lesnar, and then you bring in Ronda Rousey, try to book her as a monster too. It's all fine and
Apparently,
dandy.
SmackDown house events are barely selling seats.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
that's a
SmackDown, the
lot of them.
product over there has been kind of struggling lately, as I've been hearing it. So,
Well, this one did fine this last week because it was at the venue of Survivor Series. So, but they there's no fun on SmackDown. No, I hate to tell everybody this. Everybody's loved Cody Rhodes so much, but Cody Rhodes has not put a whole lot of butts in the seats. If you want to get right down to it, once he became champion, when he was chasing it, yeah, because that's the way you make money. You put the belt on a heel and have the faces chase the heel. They get the big show of the year. They get their big win, but less than a month or so later, they're dropping it back to whoever that they want to run with it again. You know what I mean? Just like the NWA did with Ric Flair and Harley Race for 40 years, you know?
Hmm.
It's just a common sense thing. And AEW fades. I mean, honestly, you look at they've ran two kind of sort of same style matches in the last month or so with each other. AEW ran a thing called Blood and Guts, which was essentially the same thing as a war game. Okay. Then you got WWE running the war games. But the AEW, you look at that women's AEW Blood and Guts match versus the women's War Games match. They're totally different animals. AEW's looks like a death match. Okay,
Hmm.
them girls left it all out there. They were not afraid to go whole hog. They're not as good of performers as what the WWE girls are. And I know the WWE girls were told 500 things they could not do. You know what I mean? Hey, you're not going to bleed. You're not going to do that. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. They were very micromanaged. Whereas AEW, I think, let them loose. You know what I mean? Yeah, little Mikey, you're right. And that's the only thing I could say about AEW because I've always been not a basher of AEW, but I'm not the biggest fan either. I was never a big Young Bucks fan, but they've kind of grown on me in the last while their heel run right now. Well, it's no longer heel run. They turned face after Full Gear. So but that Blood and Guts match, I watched about 10 minutes of it. I want to tell you what, how Tony Storm is not the best women's wrestler in the world today, I don't know.
Hmm.
That girl is so much fun to watch, and when she does her interviews at the post match stuff, she's absolute gold. She's so freaking hilarious. It's not even funny. She
And
makes
you
fun
know,
of her.
she's got good character work, man.
Heck yeah,
That's
timeless
rare.
Tony
That's
Storm.
rare.
She could talk you out of your socks, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't even know you were giving them to her.
That's why I like Chelsea Green because she's got good character work.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not the greatest wrestler, but she can go, and she could sell for whoever she's going with, and make them look like $1,000,000. Look what she did Friday night. She did Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is so one dimensional. It's not even funny. She is a beast. Do not get me wrong, but she has to be in with somebody that can make her look better than what she is. If she's in with somebody that's just kind of so, she looks like shit because there's too many botches. She's not flowing well enough. When she gets that down, and Chelsea Green's the one to do it with, because Chelsea Green will bring her along with that. But so was Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiffany Stratton had something that had to get done. I don't know if she got hurt or whatever, but that's why they dropped the title that quick with her because she squashed Tiffany Stratton. She squashed her, and that was like you just wasted 2 years of Tiffany Stratton being on top. Wasted
Yeah.
right there. Now what do you do? Now you got to sit there and wait for freaking Bianca freaking Belair to come back. Oh, there's another botch queen for you right there.
Bigfoot Fadez says, if Mariah Carey and Jessica Alba had a baby, that would be Chelsea Green.
I could see that. I could actually see that. Yeah. Yeah. And
All right.
little
Well,
Mike,
let's talk a bit about Survivor Series that happened
okay.
this weekend, Randy.
I watched it front to
You
finish.
watched it?
I watched the whole thing. Sometimes
Now,
I wish I wasn't watching the whole thing,
first
but
things
I watched the whole
first. Yo, that bitch was outside. I heard it was like 40 degrees. I was like, dude, you're gonna have an open stadium and
It
like,
was in San Diego.
yeah, but I heard it was still cold as shit there.
No idea. I didn't see anybody really shivering or anything that I could see, but it could have
I
been.
guess if you are going to do an open stadium wrestling event
You want to do it in San
in the
Diego
middle
at this time of
the
year for
acid
sure.
of November, you're going to want to do it in a place like San Diego.
They did Petco Park, and they had somewhere around 47,000 paid attendance. So
Hmm. Little
yeah,
Mikey's like, Lita should come back for a main event.
Lita's
How's Lita
come
doing?
back a couple of times, and I think she's finally at the point of her career. She's like, okay, I don't need to come back no more, and it hurts too much. I don't want to do it. Unlike Trish, Trish shows up every so often, but Trish can go. Unlike, and we're just going to jump into the one. Not we're not going to go in chronological. I'm going to jump into the one that kind of pissed me off the most because I didn't like the build and I didn't like it the way
Which
it
one
was
was
set up
that?
in the first place. Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella.
Oh, this
Sorry,
one?
yeah, Nikki Bella doesn't deserve to be on the side on any wrestling posters anywhere ever. Okay. This girl, she worked her ass off. I'm not going to say that. She worked her ass off to become a quote unquote wrestler. Her wrestling move
Nikki
sucks.
Bella?
Yes, her wrestling
Yeah.
moves suck. She can't do anything but the old. Remember how the old diva bunch used to do? It would just get out there, show your boobs around, throw people by their hair,
Bounce
slam them
around,
down a
yeah.
little bit, and that's her whole claim to fame.
Stick your
And,
ass out, yeah.
I forget who it was. I think it was yeah, it was AJ Lee when she was playing the bad girl way back about 10, 12 years ago. And
Yeah.
they were fighting Nikki and Brie, and she looked at both of them because Nikki was dating John Cena and Bryan Danielson was dating Brie at the time, if they hadn't already gotten married. And she looked right at them and said, I hate to tell you girls this, but talent is not sexually transmitted. And she left them like that. I'm like, that was the best burn I'd heard in years. Because I'm like, these girls did nothing but show their tits to be able to get up there for the most part.
Yeah.
I see some improvement. Don't get me wrong. There was but nothing to where she should be in the ring with Stephanie freaking Vicaire. Okay. That's apples and oranges all the way around. And quite frankly, it turned into, for my part, I mean, there was parts that gave Nikki her little bits that she could do and make it look good. And that man, it was a glorified squash match for Stephanie.
Well, Mikey's asking, what did you guys think of Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vicaire, the other girl? I forgot her name. So many people calling it the worst match of the year. Would you say it was worst match of the year?
No, not even close. Not even close. That
I heard
Stephanie
the crowd was
Vicaire
pretty
makes
dead
that.
for it, though.
Stephanie Vicaire makes that match. First of all, anything Stephanie Vicaire, she gets in there, she does it full bore. She made make Nikki Bella look better than what Nikki Bella is. Okay, and the Devil's Kiss, the Devil's Kiss move, right? Where she puts it between the knees and bounds her head. She did it to Nikki Bella on the announce table.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was pretty freaking cool. Now, that's one thing I could say about Nikki Bella. She knew in this match how to sell properly, and she did sell properly. So I don't like the corkscrew moonsault thing they're making her do from the top rope. I don't know why they're making her do that. They need to go back to the SPD or whatever they called or her a little death drop type thing. They need to go back to that because no. Oh, Nikki, no, little Mikey, if you're thinking about the one with Becky Lynch, that was women's war games. I actually enjoyed that better than the men's war games. But safe to say that the it was not a barn burner, but it was serviceable. Let's put it that way. I'd give it
So,
2.5 stars max.
so this
As far,
event was only 4 matches, the whole event.
well,
Which is,
yeah, but you got 2 matches that were like 45 minutes each, too.
yeah.
So I mean, well, and the first match of the night was women's war games. Okay, I've already talked about myself till I'm blue in the face about the Nikki Bella because I don't believe she should have ever been there in the first place. But anyway, this actually I was looking forward to because when Io Sky is in a cage match of any kind, something's going to happen. I don't know what, but something's going to happen. Okay, I heard people say that it was the worst. It was better than the men's. I'll give it that. But once again, they're so overproduced and so nitpicked. They've got production people in their ears telling them what they can and can't do. And when's the last time you saw Becky Lynch act like this deer in the headlight getting, scared of little AJ Lee? Okay. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that didn't happen. Remember when she was doing the whole man persona?
Yeah.
She wasn't scared of nothing. There was nobody going to get to her but
Yeah, she
little
would have
AJ
beat the
Lee.
shit out of AJ Lee.
Yeah. And you look at it now, she is literally falling all over herself to get away from AJ Lee but she's overselling, which is not good. And yeah,
People love Paige.
yeah, but
People
she
do love
can't really
Paige.
her neck and stuff. They're afraid to put her in that situation anymore. Rhea Ripley's always a good one. She's always good. And people gripe about Nia Jax, but Nia Jax at least can go and actually be that good mobile big woman, type thing.
Hmm.
Remember what was it? Who was it? Well, Bull Nakano was a big woman too at one time, wasn't she? Who am I thinking
Not
about?
as big as not as big as what was her
No,
name?
not. You talking about Dump?
Yeah,
I thought she was
not as
bigger
big
than
as her.
Dump, but yeah, but neither one of them were even close to Naya. I'm trying to think. There was another one that came out of Japan, and I'm trying to remember her name off the top of my head, but I'll think of it later. But that was back in the '80s too. So, um, but Naya's actually she moves pretty good, but boy, she botches stuff too bad all the time. That's the bad thing. Is that
She hurts girls.
yeah, she
Yeah, that's
botches.
not cool.
Jade Cargill botches. Bianca Belair botches. I mean, the only ones that I see there that are really, quite frankly, and I hate to say it like this because Julia and freaking Stephanie Vicaire are going to be the future of that women's division. Okay,
If they book them right,
if they book them right,
yes.
they're going to be the ones because right now I see, and this is on the SmackDown side, I do see them bring Julia back because the crowd doesn't want to boo Jade Cargill, even though they turned her in this badass and kind of half bad evil people, whatever. But now she's in with Chelsea Green, and that's just going to make her be cheered even more. So now you bring Julia back as that evil badass that she was at one point. You know, the one that go in and just absolutely destroy you without thinking twice. That's the Julia that needs to be in there with Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
And as far as Stephanie over on Raw, you take Stephanie Vicaire, hell, you got Rhea Ripley, you got Io Sky, you got Asuka, you've got a whole litany of girls there ready to go, and they're not ones that phone it in like Nikki freaking Bella. So,
I'm talking about
but as far as
China.
the yeah, China was not a man. Nice try.
China was ahead of her time. Had she
Yeah,
come into had she gone into wrestling when the women's division was like hot with like Becky and Charlotte, if China had come in her prime at that time,
yeah.
she would have been the shit.
Because quite frankly, she had. You looking back at her
She
actual
would have been the
matches,
shit. Yeah.
she had Rhea type capabilities.
She would have been the monster of that division.
Yeah, yeah, like Rhea is right now.
Man, that was yeah, the timing.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was just too ahead of her time.
yeah, and got too hooked up on the drug side of it too. But still, it is what it is
If
on
she
that.
had kept it together and she stayed wrestling, and then because she then would have been around when Becky and Charlotte were all getting hot, and if she
Yeah,
was
she'd been on the outs by that time
if she
anyway.
was in the women's division then,
Yeah.
man, there could have been some good programs.
Oh, you ain't just kidding. I mean, quite frankly, I think I said it before. I think the best wrestling right now, the best actual shows is all NXT. I mean, honestly, think about it. There's one girl out there that I think is destined for something big too, and that's that Sol Ruka. The one that's or she used to be the North American champion in NXT. The one that
Mhm.
teamed with Zarya or whatever, the surfer girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, that girl's got some moves. That soul snatcher is just one of the most devastating moves, or one of the coolest looking moves I've ever seen in my life. It's just that cool when she does that back flip or that front flip into the cutter, and I'm like, where did she come up with this crap? But there's a lot of stuff that can be said, about that whole area. So, I mean, the men's they're building a. These guys are going to take over the main rosters pretty soon, and it's not going to be pretty.
All right. Well, Mikey's got a question.
What we got?
Do you guys think the WWE might slow more hits like chairs, blades for blood, again to help views, or might show more hits like chair shots,
No,
blades?
nope.
When it comes to pay-per-views with TLC matches, ladder matches, do you think that would help?
When it comes to cage matches, I would say yes. When it comes to last man standing matches, I would say yes. But those are different animals. Those are more along the extreme match, death match type, things that you see. Um, as far as blading, you'll never see them quote unquote blade again. If they're getting busted open in there, it's because they hit something or they were busted open the hard way. Uh,
Which is actually worse sometimes when you actually do
oh
see the
yeah,
blood and you're like, that wasn't meant to be.
Ask Mick Foley. Mick Foley wrote in his book talk about when he was taking on Vader. He was going a Harley Race. Of course, loved Harley Race. Harley Race was like a god to him, and Harley wanted to you know, to bust him, bust his brow. They hit him just right on the brow just to make a little gash type thing. And he told him, he said, "Hey, I don't want to hurt you. I want to, I want you to get a little blade." He's like, "No, just bust me right there." Showed him where to hit. Harley couldn't hit it just right, and he kept hitting and kept hitting. His brow is swelling up, his whole front eye is swelling up, but it's not busting open. And Harley wasn't taking no for an answer. He just kept hitting.
That sucks.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I read Cheryl. Thank you very much. But yeah, that was I don't know that the blood per se. It depends on the context of the situation of the match. I think they really got to go back to their gut feeling and the performer's gut feeling as to how the match is going, whether it needs it or not. You know what I mean?
I think the way WWE has historically done it was the right amount, where it wasn't excessive, but it was
Yeah,
like at the right time.
yeah. It
My
had to be
my
at the right
favorite
time.
example is Austin versus Bret Hart,
Oh
where
yeah,
Austin was
100%.
all covered in blood, but that was the perfect time to do it.
Yes,
But
one
then
hundred
for the
percent.
rest of the year, they don't use it very much
No,
because if
it's
you
got to be in a
overdo it,
special spot. It's
yeah,
got to
it
be
becomes played
most of the
out.
time. It's on a pay per view type thing. So
Yeah,
that's the problem with AEW. When they brought Nick Cage in and they did those death matches with Chris Jericho and all that,
and it
that
was just blading every week, and I was just like, come on.
yeah, it was not fun. I mean, it was literally not fun. Ooh, Fade sent me something. Hang on, Fade sent something. I gotta get in here and message her here real quick. Fadez sent me a picture.
People are saying Brooke Hogan should make her wrestling debut. Well, I think
No, she is done with the
she's
business.
like
Period.
married with kids now, and she's like older.
She walked away from him. She walked away from
Yeah.
Hogan. You know. Let's
Oh,
see.
Bigfoot Fidesz says, Randy, I sent you a pic of me with Stone Cold.
Yep, that's what I said. That's what I'm getting out here right
Oh,
now.
can we post it?
It's okay with her. I don't mind it. Here we go. We will get. Now you guys are gonna know what Bigfoot Fadez looks like too.
Well, she was on Texas show last night,
That's not the point. Text makes everybody look uglier though.
so we all know what she looks like.
That's her on the left.
She met Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, and look at his face. He's like, I'm drunk, and this hot blonde comes up and tries to touch me. I'm happy.
Oh man,
Look like Joe
what I
Dirt.
would give to get to hang out with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Why?
She's like, we made out after.
Oh, huh. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
if only.
The one time I actually ever saw Steve Austin was in an airport, and I don't go up to people, famous people, and try to grab autographs or nothing. Like I've never been. I think when they're out there all the time, you leave them the hell alone type thing. I've always been that way. And he was at a phone, and little kid. I mean, he couldn't have been 9, 10 max. Came up and asked him for an autograph, and all he did was turn around. Can't you see him on the phone? Get out of here, type thing.
Yeah, stupid kid.
And I'm just like, that's a kid, dude. I don't give a shit what you're doing. That's still a kid. You freaking take care of the kids, okay?
Little brat.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly the way he gave it off too. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I don't care if I
that's
ever
it.
really
It's
see the guy
discipline.
ever.
He
I
gave him the
mean,
gift of discipline.
yeah. Well, hate to tell you this. He's got to be a little bit careful with that because
Mhm.
some kids' parents get a little bit upset at people treating their kids like that, and they tend to take it out in other ways. You know what I mean?
Although Stone Cold has, in later years, admitted that he was a
He
jerk
was
to
a dick.
people in
He was a dick.
airports.
Yeah, he
Like
admits
when
it,
he had
and
his podcast and he was doing it with his wife,
yep, yep. He
and
and
he did a
I
lot of self
understand when you're out there. John Cena's having the same issue. John Cena handles this stuff a hell of a lot better than a lot of them do, and he politely asked people, "Hey guys, I'm trying to have an evening here with my wife and so whatever, And he's explaining to them, "Is just please leave me alone." And most of the time they'll do it. Now he will get upset and he will call the cops on them though if they don't pay attention. But you got idiots out there like the one that it was stalking Sonia Deville, even broke into her house.
Well, that's different. That was like
That's a
criminally
lunatic.
insane
There was
person.
a guy doing the same thing to uh uh golly, why is my mind gone out? Gomez. The ones with Rachel Rodriguez now. God, cheerleader Melissa. What the hell's her name? Judgment Day. I cannot remember the girl's name to save me right now. I don't know why. Man, this is going to drive me
I would
insane.
help you out, but I don't know who you're talking about.
The little Hispanic girl does pop, Roxanne Perez. Thank you. I had to think about the move. Pop Rocks. Roxanne Perez. You know, she's only like 22, 23 years old, and she had somebody literally following her everywhere.
Hmm.
I hope her dad didn't find out about her, didn't find out who the guy was, because at 23 years old, I can tell you what my instinct would have been as a dad. That dude's going to be meeting somebody quick.
Well,
So
there's
yeah,
criminally insane people out there, man.
yeah,
If you're a
100%.
celebrity, you are exposed to their attention.
But
It
yeah, and
happens.
I mean, I've been in places like DFW Airport. Robert Duvall walks in. I
Oh, snap.
I literally tipped my hat to him, and we just kept on doing our thing. He went back to the back corner where his people were at.
Hmm.
Guy wasn't very big, but he was very nice. We nodded, and he knew I recognized him right off the bat. But I just let him go by. I'm not going to sit there and bug him. He doesn't
Mm.
want to do that. So my old man, I don't know if you remember. You don't know Roger Staubach, but Roger Staubach was the quarterback for the Cowboys for many years in the '70s. Okay, they were going to a little gambling boat down and out of the off the coast of Texas. It goes out into international waters for gambling. They were going down to that, and they saw Roger Staubach in one of the restaurants they stopped in. my, my old man wrote down, put his name, and he signed it down there and handed to take that to Roger. They took it over, handed it to him, and it said he signed it his name. He said, "I just figure you want somebody else's autograph now instead of just giving yours out. So here you go." And Starbuck, he just tilted his hat to him. They tipped a beer, and that was it. So, but yeah, I mean, so I can understand why they would get pissy, but when you're that larger than life character and kids are the ones you're supposed to be, helping take care of, if you want to call it that for a better word, you're not supposed to treat them like shit. Like the thing that's going around now with Paul Lee, Paul uh, pushing that kid at Survivor Series last night. You heard about that?
No, I
Have you
didn't hear
seen that
about
yet?
that.
Yeah,
No.
Paul. They were going to. I'm guessing they were leaving the area, but the post media scrum or something. He's walking in front of Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar, and the others. He's walking in front. Paul Heyman, and this kid kind of gets around the police slash security, and he kind of jumps in front of Heyman and tries to give him a hug, and he grabs the kid and just kind of shoves him out of the way, right? And there's people all up. He shouldn't put his hands on a kid. No, you should have made sure your kid stayed where the kid was supposed to stay. First of all. Secondly, those three policemen slash security people that he went right around should have stopped him for ever getting there. And Heyman, while he could have been a little bit less problematic with it, God, it just reeks of a damn plant. You know what I mean? It reeks of somebody doing that just so they could bring it up later on a show. But anyway, so where were we at? What were we talking about? We're at what?
Well,
We're talking about
let's talk about this match here.
okay.
John Cena versus Dominic.
Yeah. That was surprisingly, it was one of my favorite matches of the night, though. Even though
Really?
it looked
People
like
were like annoyed that it was like John Cena's last pay-per-view appearance and he's getting beaten up by all the women.
I guarantee you,
This is some feminism bullshit.
well, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, he was probably heavily involved in the booking too.
Hmm.
He probably set it out the way he wanted it to go because I tell you what he's doing. He's doing what all the other wrestlers going out of their career do. He's giving a rub to a young talent. Is what he's doing.
Yeah, but he's getting beat up by the girls? By the
Well,
girls?
yeah, but that just makes Dom look even more Weasley. You know, Because quite frankly, that was a good match. They
Mhm.
did stuff. He sold for Dom, and Dom sold for him, and Dom tried every trick in the book. I mean, to do it, and you had Roxanne Perez, and there was a point Raquel Rodriguez got in there and got him up and did a Tejana bomb on John Cena. Literally picked him up with the one arm and drove him down. I was like, I know he's helping her a little bit, but that's a very, very strong woman there to be able to do that. She does that. Roxanne Perez does a pop rocks on him. And I mean,
Yeah.
just boom. And the whole time, Dominic's out there acting like he separated his shoulder on a botched Hurricane Rana, out there on the what do you call it? So he's trying to sell it, and after they do that, he jumps up out of nowhere and gives a frog splash, and all of a sudden he's going to win. No, referee said no, 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 no. We ain't playing that game. Throws those two out. Right? He gets knocked down. The ref gets knocked out. Here comes the other two idiots. Yeah, yeah. So the Finn Balor and JD McDonough deserve better than what they're getting. I'll just say that right now. Yes, he does look
Gotcha.
old. He looks old. He
But he
acts
is.
old, and
Yeah.
but seeing him power up both uh Finn Balor and JD McDonough and doing an AA with both of them on his shoulder shows how strong he still is. Shows that he can play to the crowd. His biggest thing was, like I said, he fought through all those four, gets ready to win. Here comes Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan returns. Everybody, oh, Liv Morgan's back. She smacks the crap out of Dom, knocks him down, jumps into Cena's arms. Cena's like, what? And then you just see her eyes turn. And she
Yeah.
absolutely destroys him with a nut shot and then hits him with the title.
Basically, he got hit with the same thing that he did when
He
he
did to
turned
Cody.
heel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did exactly. But like I said, he's on his way out. He did the right thing, and he gave the rub to a young up and comer, a
Mhm.
young guy, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect his legacy in any way, shape, or form. He still had the belt, and it took all the shenanigans to beat him. But it makes Dom look that even more Weasley. What's really going to be weird is because Dom is building a fan base now. Okay, what's going to happen when Judgment Day turns on him? Because that's what's going to happen next. I guarantee it. So, I mean, Dom's probably one of the best characters in the rings right now, honestly speaking.
By the way, have you seen these WrestleMania in Vegas posters yet?
I don't even want to think about it. They're hyping this up too. They had the poker game thing going last night, as part of the ads that they had, the
Yeah.
little
Oh, so you did see
backways
the
and stuff.
posters
Eh,
of them
this
playing
was full blown
poker.
video. Yeah, you got all the girls that are in the match against each other are all in this video together. I'm like, guys, come on now. You don't want to do that while you're still showing a war games match between
Yeah.
half of these girls. But
Damn, Rhea Ripley looks good in this picture, though.
yeah,
She's
Rhea
very
Ripley,
photogenic in a lot of.
she's probably the most popular female wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Honestly, I mean, I would love to see if they ever get Jade Cargill to where she can actually carry her own on as far as ring work. I'd love to see her and freaking Rhea, because Charlotte and Rhea tore the house down. Charlotte and Rhea 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever it was at WrestleMania, was by far the best match on the entire WrestleMania card. And that was the one where the Undertaker came back, I think.
Apparently, Ric Flair hasn't slowed down. He's still drinking like crazy, going to bars, trying to hit up girls.
Yep, he sure is. He sure is.
He's still holding on.
He also opens his mouth about what killed Hulk Hogan, like they were the best of buds. So there's a whole thing about that out there. So
Yeah, no, I did see that.
I
You
don't
think
even
it
want to
could
know
be
because
true?
All he did was say that what killed him was the quote unquote street drugs versus the because he couldn't get any more pain meds,
which
supposedly.
is believable that he was needing pain meds because of that surgery he had just done.
Yeah. I mean, he had 2 replaced hips or 2 replaced knees. I can't remember which. Maybe even all 4. I don't know. And he had, shit. Ah, poor Pancho. Poor Pancho. Why you got to mess with my hat, Pancho? We beat both A&M and Oklahoma in the same season. I'm good. We're good. It's okay. Anyway, where the hell was I before we got off on my?
Pancho wasn't here when I called it a uterus hat.
Now, don't say that again. God
Does
dang
that
it!
hurt your feelings?
No,
Oh, she's
don't hurt
like,
my
oh,
feelings.
Cheryl Gilbert's like, later, guys, going to finish watching the game.
She's going to sleep. Don't let her lie to you. She old.
Okay, so do we
Anyway,
need to talk about the women's? Wait, no, the women's
well,
match.
we were talking about it, and like I said, it was better than what the men's was by
Hmm.
far, if you ask me. But the girls, that outfit you see right there. Now, this is where things took a little bit of different turn because when first one coming out was Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte's in gear there was designed by a little girl that was out there that has some sort of inoperable brain cancer, and
Hmm.
that whole outfit was designed by that girl, and she wore it for her.
Yeah, I heard about
I'm
that.
like, why the hell are you gonna tell me that shit when she's going out there? I don't want to know that stuff. Talk about it after the fact.
And she's supposed to be a heel, right?
No, she's not a heel right now. Her and Alexa Bliss are like a cool team right now because they're like, we're not friends. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's funny. It's funny watching some of their out of character stuff that they do. It's freaking hilarious. There's the Black Widow, freaking AJ Styles. Now AJ Styles, that girl, as
AJ
long as
Lee,
she's been out of the ring, or
not
AJ
AJ Lee.
AJ Styles. I'm so
Yeah.
used to AJ Styles. AJ Lee, she's still going the ring a little bit, but there's a Twisted Bliss by Alexa Bliss onto Nia. I still like Nia though. Nia's a good beast. So Lash Legend's gonna be good. She's just got to get more work done. 'Cause she's got the strength. She's got the daggum the package, but she came out to absolutely no reaction, no boos, no
She
cheers,
hasn't been built
no
up.
nothing. No, not at all. The only buildup she had. Now listen, yeah, actually, she did have her face got messed up again in Japan after they finished the what you call it at in Perth, the Crown Jewel. They had a thing in Japan on the way back, and freaking Io Sky accidentally caught her and didn't break anything, but she messed up her nose and stuff pretty bad. But the anyway, so she Rio, wait, where was that? Io
Hmm.
later on, and you got the picture in there. Io, if it's going to be a war game, it's going to be anything. Io's pulling out a trash can, okay,
She does the
and
trash can spot. Yep.
yeah, she
Again.
does that trash can spot. And you see everybody's down there trying to catch her, make sure they catch her and stuff, right? They didn't miss, but she didn't land where she needed to land either. They did their
Mm.
best to make sure she didn't get hurt. That's for sure. How she
Mm.
didn't hurt one of them, I don't know. But I thought it was better than the men's by a long shot. Honestly, I really did. So, and of course the faces won by that because they knocked out 4 of the 5, and Becky Lynch had to take everything from all the other girls. So, and she ended up tapping out to that Black Widow.
Mm.
Then you see the look at Leo Sky's face. She knows it's coming. She's like, "Oh crap!"
She's getting it. She's gonna eat it.
And they pulled out that chain. You see that green chain right there? I'd bet
Yep.
money that changed plastic. So it didn't really do anything for me. Kari Sane, there you see that again.
Yeah, it's good to see Kari Sane back, man.
Yeah. I
I
don't
like
want her to
her.
do any crazy stuff and bust her knee up again. So yeah, I mean, it was. I thought it had better action. Honestly, some people said it sucked, but it was not as bad as the men's
Would you say
by a
match of
long
the
shot.
night?
No, I won't say match of the night. Match
You'll
of the
give
night.
that to Cena?
Yeah, right now, yeah, I would say I would because, like I said, Cena is Cena, and you always got Cena's matches, but Dom made it better. You know what I mean? Dominic's antics and the way Dominic makes his matches work. The kids got it. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. There were parts of the men's that were good, but they weren't as good as they could have been. So, and you know, when you send Brock Lesnar in, I'm sorry, guys. Brock Lesnar goes in and throws people around. There's no holds. There's no real punches. There's no real anything. He throws people around. That's it. That's what Brock Lesnar does. But Brock Lesnar actually broke character after the match too, and sat over on the side behind Paul Heyman, shaking hands and talking to a young fan at the side. I was like, wait a second. I don't think they meant to capture that because they wanted him to. Oh, wait a second. Paige, we'll think about that one in a minute. But
Bigfoot Fadez says, Randy, I sent you a message. I dare you to play it.
I see it over here. She did another one of me. I'm gonna look at it before I do that. So
we're gonna post. We're gonna put it up. It's a premiere, guys.
okay, that
All
one
right.
I can do.
She's
That one
like,
I
just
can do.
play it, trust me.
Oh,
Play
I
this,
looked
man.
at
I'm
it
getting
first.
curious.
This one's interesting. I'll get it here. All right, we'll do this one. Let me add this one in here. This has got to go on the video side here. All right, once it uploads. Anyway, so yeah, the women's was fine for what it was. The men's, absolutely, I just didn't like it. Nothing. It was so lumbersome, so boring. It was not even funny. But we'll get into the end of that one. But for now, Bigfoot fades. I'm going to say fades because I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. I'm going to remember.
Y'all got to quit calling my hat a uterus. It's just a cap with a little something special. See? Whole other world up there.
All right,
Damn,
that's
that was
funny.
fast.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that. That's cool. Trust
play
but
it one more
verified.
time?
Nemo, you heard me earlier today.
I want to see it one more time. Can we play it one more time?
Go ahead.
I want to see if it looks like you, actually.
It doesn't,
It don't.
but that's okay.
How do you do that? So cool.
Yeah, that's that Sora for you. She's got that Sora down. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Y'all got to quit calling my hat a uterus. It's just a cap with a little something special. See? Whole other world up there.
Whole other world. Y'all don't know what's in this brain. Anywho, so all right, so now as we were talking about the men's thing, the War Games match,
Mm-hmm.
we got a guy comes in out of the blue after all the boringness in the first place. Because quite frankly, I can only deal with so much of people lying around because that's the majority of the match. Well, something's going on.
And we get
with
the mysterious hooded guy.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Comes in, he stands over freaking what's his name? CM Punk. And next thing you know, he stands over him first and gives him the super kick and then the curb stomp. And then what happens after that? Look at Braun Breaker's eyes there. See him? Braun Breaker like, who the hell is this? What's this thing going to do? What's going on? Like he don't know already. Okay. Yeah, okay. The dude does it. He does his thing. Braun Breaker hits a spear. One spear now, mind you, on CM Punk and pins him. Okay. How many times have we seen people kick out of these daggum finishers now?
Oh yeah, he was like Super Scroll, like in the Fantastic Four movie. He
Yeah.
just had all everyone's powers. He just had all the finishers.
Yeah,
He
it
just
looked like
uses
it.
it on everyone. Yeah.
So, but either way, you still got everybody kicking out. Kicking out of finishers left and right nowadays, right? Especially
Mhm.
at pay per views. Okay, I'm sorry. Now he comes along. He hits one spear after a stomp on CM Punk. He hits one spear, and CM Punk's done. Give me a break. Come on now. And like I said, once again, two or three people are going at it. The rest of the 10 people, 7, 8, or whatever, are laying there doing nothing, not a damn thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was bad. It was not a good match at all. They had the wrong
The
people in
whole
there.
match itself was just badly booked.
Yes, 100%. The best part of that match was when Bronson Reed came in and he literally tsunami'd everybody in there. Everybody. It was only three. It had CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jimmy Uso were the three in there at the time when he came in, and they knocked them down, and he just tsunami'd all three of them and just kept going. I was like, that was the coolest bit of the whole show. So, I mean, Logan Paul, yeah, Logan Paul. I hate to say it, people don't want to hear it, but Logan Paul's got it when it comes to being a wrestler. He really does. He makes people hate him. He really does make people hate him. So
He's actually kind of perfect for it.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, and he's gifted physically. Honestly, you look at it, watch what the dude does. There's a lot of guys his size that can't even come close to doing what he does.
Yeah, no, Logan Paul's a good.
Yeah,
No, he's good for this. I think he found
yeah,
his niche.
he found it. Yeah, I mean, his brother's that quote unquote wannabe boxer. He can't box because he
Oh,
legitimately does have a rebuilt right hand or
mhm.
screws and pins or whatever in his right hand, so he can't be a boxer. They won't approve him for it. But
Who, Jake
this,
Paul?
no, Logan Paul. He was
Oh,
going to be a
Logan
boxer too
Paul.
at one
Oh,
time.
he was going to be a boxer, but he
Yeah,
had messed up hands. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
exactly. So yeah, but he's really fit in, and there's so many people out there. Like, he didn't pay his dues. He did. When you're that gifted, you don't pay dues. You go straight
When
to the
you
top.
perform at like the top of the card at
Yeah,
a WWE pay-per-view, your
yeah,
dues are that shit is waived.
yeah.
If
Because
you're
I
able
mean,
to perform
sorry, there's no
consistently like
indies now.
that, yeah,
There's no real indies now. So,
yeah, no, his dues are waived.
oh yeah, 100%. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why people say
It's
that
like
because he is
Ronda,
a
right? It's
he's a
like
great heel.
people are
He's
like
a
Ronda
great heel.
didn't pay her dues to get into the when she got into wrestling, but you're like, but she's fucking famous and she's gonna bring a lot of attention.
Yeah,
And she's got that judo background, which actually translates over pretty well into pro wrestling.
yeah, and it did. It worked great. I
You know
mean,
what annoyed me though about Ronda's wrestling? Actually, I feel like she should have used more of her judo. I think Ronda should have come out as a judoka
yeah,
and
I
like
think she'd
done
been better off.
judo-based moves for
Yeah,
WWE. Because, like I said, judo actually translates real well into pro wrestling.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm trying to figure out because there's the referee that's on the women's matches, right? That Jessica Carr. That if you look at Becky Lynch's stuff, she is blaming everything that's happened to her in the last, I don't know how long, last month or so. She's blamed everything on Jessica Carr being such a bad referee and such. Well, I'm trying to see. I think her name is Calix. She's actually a wrestler in Evolve, even though she's a ref with the WWE. Let's see, Calix. We'll see if I can get you a picture of her. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work right here. All right, so this is, WWE is working with Evolve much like it works with TNA. So WWE referee. She's also Calix in Evolve.
Mm.
So I think what they're
Oh,
doing is
there's
setting
Dex.
up. Now he shows up. Looky here.
Now he shows
Hey,
up.
I don't want y'all saying that I never show up.
Well, you're only an hour late, so
Late.
hour and
I never
4
said
minutes
what
late.
time I was going to show.
Well, hey, if you're 10 minutes early, you're late. So anyway, but anyway, that girl Jessica Carr, though, I think they're actually building up for Becky Lynch to have a feud with her, and I think that'd be cool as hell. That would be showing that they're actually willing to bring these people up out of Evolve and the other areas that they've kind of absorbed, like they've been doing with AAA.
Yeah.
They got no problem bringing them up and integrating them into storylines in the main roster, which is cool. I'd like to see her like an Abyss. You know what I mean? I want to see her like an Abyss.
Oh, like a carryover from
Yeah. Like she gets pissed off and she goes in the back, comes back out as Kalix. You know,
That
be
would
cool.
be cool.
Yeah.
Bigfoot
She
Padez
said
says,
something.
"Did you know on the Big Lebowski there is a Donnie character? So perfect."
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
That's my favorite line from the movie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. That was like one of my favorite movies, actually. Big Lebowski.
And that's what I kept telling her. I want mine to be like that. So.
You know, I just watched the Hangover series over the course of the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, Donnie, that's how I see you.
As Ken Jeong's character?
Yes.
That guy doesn't even do a Korean accent.
I
think he was doing a Vietnamese accent, actually. I love Ken Jeong, though.
Yeah, Ken Jeong is really cool as shit most of the time.
I see that. You know where he jumps out of the trunk?
Oh, God.
Naked?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I see happening to Donnie if a Bigfoot or Dogman shows up.
Well, Donnie, according to Bigfoot Padez, Bigfoot Padez thinks he rides in my hat.
Hey, Randy, your hat looks like a uterus.
What?
I'm serious, man. Dude, whoa. Okay, that's a lot of uteruses.
Yeah, you missed it, Tex. Earlier, I called, I said to Randy, I was like, why are you wearing a uterus on your head?
And he's going to get it. One day we will be in the woods together, and it's going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
Somebody's about to get daggum duct tape to his cot. Okay, I'm just going to tell him that right now.
I say we drug him and put him on an air mattress down the creek.
And just have me float
Yeah, but
down.
I've seen that creek. It ain't going very far.
Doesn't have to. As long as he wakes up in the middle of it.
We're good. Yep. Anywho, yeah. So that was my. I think I got enough of an impression about that whatever they want to call it abomination that was Survivor Series. There was a couple of good spots, like I said, but the vast majority, I wouldn't give the whole show even a 6. Honestly, you had a couple of good, decent matches, but nothing that tore the house down. This is what I was talking about, the work rate thing with the main roster versus NXT. NXT, when they put on that gold rush or whatever the other day, that was on free TV, and these girls and guys were putting on a show like it was freaking pay-per-view. Okay, they were tearing the house down.
They're hungrier.
Well, I'd rather them be hungry than sit here and phone it in. Okay. And don't get me wrong,
they're not any of the wrestlers were phoning it in. I mean, they're just doing what they're told.
They're doing what they're told. They're in hamstrung.
Is the fucking creative.
Yeah, the producers of the matches, the guys that are calling the shots. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to give Triple H as much credit as I can about this stuff, but damn, dude, you got to start putting asses in seats. And
he deserves all the credit, but he deserves all the blame.
Exactly. Because the buck stops here type thing. It was the way it always was with McMahon.
People were complaining that this year's Survivor Series, everything was so samey. It was samey. It was the same teams of people over from last year. And they're like, we just got this match. And then there would just be repeat spots. And there was a repeat No, people love Io Sky doing the trash can spot, but people couldn't help but notice this is turning into like a Kofi Kingston thing at Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Where he
exactly.
has to do like that kind of thing every year.
A handstand thing. He's got to do it every year.
Until he started botching, though.
Yeah, well,
Well,
he's getting a little older. Can't do it.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough not to botch.
But yeah, so I mean, it just. I hate to say it, but I really think that they're getting so stagnant up top. They really need an infusion of youth, big time, and then they need to get another infusion of people that can do the actual wrestling, like Gunther. Gunther can wrestle with anybody, okay, and Gunther can make everybody look good while making himself look good too. And he puts on believable freaking matches. Some of these people, I swear, if I have to watch another Jey Uso match, I am going to poke my own eyes out. I have never seen somebody throw so many fists that are so far off of target that I just like, you ain't hitting nobody, dude. What are you doing? Your freaking spear is the worst in professional wrestling by a long shot, and half your super kicks don't land. What? Who wants this guy in the main event picture? Nobody.
No,
they're pushing him.
They've been pushing him, but still,
Yeah.
the best thing that happened was when he won the Royal Rumble. They should have never put that damn belt on him at WrestleMania. Never. Reason being, Gunther, he might have needed time off. Okay, maybe he needed time off. I don't know. But Gunther put him right back out when he came back to it and took him out until CM Punk beat him. So,
Nimmelbeer says Triple H is turning into a Michael Eisner. Then he corrects himself. He says, "Sorry, I meant Bob Iger." No, there's one difference between Bob Iger. I see where he's putting those two, that analogy together. There is one difference though between Triple H and Bob Iger. Triple H is not like making everything super woke.
No. And I don't know that Bob Iger really is. It's just the way it's going. But either way,
he's just going. He takes the blame for turning Disney super woke and annoying.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But you know what he did though? He also sat there and said, "Yeah, okay, I did it. Blame me if you want, but we're still doing it because we're making money at it."
Yeah, well, Disney's hurting pretty bad these days. So.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, their stock dropped like crazy. They just had their earnings report not too long ago, and they were announcing that losing money in the movie business and park attendance is down. And flop after flop after flop.
Yeah, the only flop, the biggest flop they had was freaking all that money they put into damn Snow White, which was
Snow White. Wish was a pretty bad one.
Yeah, Wish was not good either. But what saved them was Lilo and Stitch saved them, and any of the Star Wars stuff that's on the Disney Channel right now is helping to save it. But as far as movies,
Disney Channel's dying in death. Yeah, they're losing money like crazy. They have to basically fudge the numbers with Hulu to make it look like it's making money, but everyone knows like nobody's watching Disney Plus. People are turning.
I am. What are you talking about? Beatles anthologies on there. Damn it, I'm watching that sucker.
People are shutting that shit off. But that's like a lot of streaming.
Y'all keep doing it so that way it'll be run. I won't have to buffer as much. Get your asses off of it. You sound like Jason now. Freaking Disney, all woke him.
Yeah, it's woke and annoying. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, and y'all sat there and tried to argue with me about how the Book of Boba Fett was not any good either. So,
well, I never saw the Book of Boba Fett, so I cannot speak on that.
Okay, then how about the Acolyte?
No, I can't. I've seen clips of it, and the clips that I've seen were they were
gold. They were gold.
I cringed so hard, my asshole puckered.
That's because you had Jason in your ear. Look at that. That looks like shit.
No, man, that fucking lesbian space witch stuff. And I saw the actual scene. I was like, "Oh my god, what is Disney thinking right now? What are you?" That was funny.
I was doing the same thing.
What have you done to Star Wars?
Space Witch, where do you get a Space Witch shit from? What are you talking about?
It was so bad. It was so bad.
But anywho. Okay, so what are you, Monica, doing tonight? I saw something up there. I didn't see what it was.
We're jumping into the Eyes Wide Shut conspiracy.
Ah.
Oh, you're doing that tonight? What time?
About 10 minutes.
Real quick, I was going to say, do I bring this up now, or is this going to open up a whole can of worms? Okay. Did you guys see the teaser for the Moana live action remake?
No, I have not.
I saw the stills from it, and I went,
Dude, they made it look exactly the same, and I'm like, Moana's not even that old to be remaking.
No, I don't.
You know,
think
someone said this online, and it made me so sad. They said, we got GTA 5, and then Moana came out, and now we're going to get the Moana remake before GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah, imagine that.
That hurt my soul.
See, I got to look at that because, quite frankly, I've heard that thing this is being talked about forever, and I haven't seen anything that really matches. Now, if I look at it and I think it's AI, then I'm going to say
it looks like everything in the background looks like it's like CG animation.
Who put out
the animation looks exactly like the original movie, like the chicken.
Yeah,
that like retarded chicken. It looks exactly the same. It was the same animation, everything. It was just like they just put actors in the original movie, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit style.
Well, now wait a second though, but we do have a couple a Sam Elliott wannabe in our midst right now, according to Bigfoot Fades.
We ought to send him down the creek. Give him one of those special margaritas.
Don't send Rambowski down the creek, man. That dude'll come back wetter and louder than he left.
Maybe that's the point.
I don't. Why would you send me down the creek when I'm the one saying what the heck?
I felt like the one on the right should have been Pops.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good one. That should have been Pops.
You know what we got to do? We got to get Bigfoot Fadez to meet Pops one of these days so she can animate him.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. Anyway,
and you got to include Jason in some of these too.
I don't know about that one.
They could do some goofy stuff with Jason. I could do goofy stuff with Jason.
We've heard that you do goofy stuff with Jason.
Yeah, we don't want to know any more than that.
Together.
Jason loves him some Donny.
Yep.
Bigfoot Fadez. That's
you know what it is, Texas, because I introduced him to.
He was on my show last night.
Oh, was he?
Fades was.
I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, I know she was. I saw that. Yeah. You said he. I thought. You talking about Pop?
Oh, Bigfoot Fadez says Jason is in one. Okay, I gotta check that one out.
Yeah. So, anywho, I'm ready for bed.
Anyways.
I'm going to sleep pretty soon.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do?
I'm going to do a show and stay up all night.
That's nothing new for you.
I got to work tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
No, I didn't see the last one. I'm going to go check that out. I will check that out tonight, though. Unless Randy, you want to put it up?
What's that?
The last one, Bigfoot Fadez did. No, actually, we got to go.
Squash
I'm going to go. I'm going to check it out on my own, though.
Yeah, because that one that's about
what,
5 or 6 minutes or so. I think I had to look at it. So, but anyway, yeah, because I'm going to bed. Tex is going to be getting ready to do his show in about 10 minutes now. You got about 10 minutes to get ready.
About 7
minutes. 7 minutes. So we'll get out of your way. How's that?
All right. We'll see y'all later. We'll see y'all.
That being said,
everybody out there, we'll see you over on Monica's channel.
Get ready, because Friday.
12 minutes. I'll be there. Yo, I'll be in the chat. I'll be hanging out.
Friday night. We're starting a new ball pit on Friday night. We're going to try and get everybody together to do a preview for the weekend.
Okay.
So I'll let you know more later.
Open invitation to the group, to the Misfits. Yep. So
you will.
Y'all are, whenever we're rolling, hop on in.
See y'all later.
Peace.
Take me out to see that game with all the balls, or to the wrestling ring best out of 3 falls. Donny and Randy talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course, 'cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. podcasts, they're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of sports ball. Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast, they're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donny Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donny only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the